The Tigers go on the road and they come home, both in the same week. The Tiger Lacrosse Report, brought to you by the Green Turtles, starts now. Welcome to another edition of the Tiger Lacrosse Report. I'm your host, Spiro Morekas, along with the head coach of the Tigers, Shawn Nadelen. And Coach, 2 games this week. Tuesday night in Catonsville against UMBC, and then Saturday at noon against Georgetown at Johnny Unitas Stadium. This is the final time that you'll be playing a midweek game. I'm sure you're probably going to be happy to get back into a rotation of, Saturday games, and you can run your practices the way you'd like. Well, you don't care.
Yeah, it don't really matter to me. Prepare for what you have, and then, obviously preparing a lot for ourselves to get better every day in practice. So, if we have practice opportunities, we'll take advantage of it. If we know it's a quick turnaround, we'll manage to the best of our ability to make sure we're doing what we need to, but keeping our guys, healthy and ready to compete at their best on game day. So it's, you play the season as it comes.
Start with UMBC. They're 2-1 going into your game. Ryan Frawley, he's got 8 goals in the first 3 games. He's obviously somebody your defense is going to have to keep an eye out on.
Yeah, I think their offense overall is playing very well together. They are doing, they all understand their role. They know what they need to do. So it's a group that is going to challenge us both at the midfield and the attack. And I think they all complement each other well within their roles. And
they're only giving up 8 goals a game, so defensively they're also playing very well.
They are. They've sprinkled in some tough man-to-man, some zone, depending on kind of what the game, how it's playing out with it. So they've historically been, the past few years, a pretty strong defensive team. Coach Kessler does a great job with those guys. So I know he's always going to have, something prepared, for our group, as he does, with every game. And our guys got to be, ready for it, but, also ready to run what we have.
You go back to the Loyola game last week, and John Mazza, for the most part, was shut down by the Greyhounds. Is there something John can do to make sure that he gets more involved in the offense this week?
Not necessarily. I don't think any guy on our offense needs to go beyond what he's capable of, letting the game kind of come to him. And, Loyola played him well. And, I don't think he took advantage of a couple opportunities he had. Tried to force the ball a couple times, which hurt us at times. John overall just really needs to continue to focus on the fundamentals when the ball's in his stick, and working hard when it's not in his stick. And that's not just on John. That's also quite a bit of our offensive personnel and our team overall. We've had some fundamental flaws in our execution of plays that end up turning around and biting us. So we have to clean that up.
When an offensive player maybe is getting stymied by the defense, and you said maybe he forced a couple of things, and I'm sure it's just human nature that you want to do so well, and if you're not doing anything, maybe you do force things. How do you try to keep in their heads that just stay with the game plan, just stay within yourself, don't try to be Superman?
Yeah, and I think that's how you got to approach it. Is like, where you tell them, today we're not getting you, either getting you as many touches as we want, or you're not getting the looks. It's kind of, not your day, but we still need you to be a part of the offense. We still need you to work hard to occupy guys off of movement, setting some good picks. Understand, obviously, they still need to do their part, within the offense, within the game plan that we have going on, and just play unselfish, lacrosse, and be able to serve a role.
All right, after the UMBC game on Tuesday night, back-to-back top 15 teams coming to Johnny Unitas Stadium. You've got Georgetown this Saturday, Duke next Saturday. We'll talk about that next week. But the Hoyas come into town, and they're hot. They're 5-0. They are playing as well as anybody in the country.
They are. Haven't really looked at them too much, focusing on UMBC at this point, but UMBC and Georgetown did play each other, so I got to see that game. And they are, I mean, they look to be a faster team, a more athletic team. Their offense continues to click at a high rate. They're facing off well, and so they're, from the little bit that we're kind of paying attention to them, focusing on UMBC and the prep and stuff, it looks like they're a little bit more of an up-tempo team this year.
You are in a situation that you like to be, is that you've had a lot of success over the last 5-6 years, almost as much as any other team in the country. So when teams play you, it's a big game for them, especially now you've got teams like UMBC and Georgetown that haven't had a lot of success against TOWSON recently. They see your record, and they're going to come in, and they're going to be smelling blood, so you know you're going to get the absolute best out of these teams.
Absolutely. We wouldn't want it any other way. That's how you play, the game and get out there and compete. So our guys, again, I think are doing a great job continuing to focus on us and how we need to continue to improve. Obviously understand, our opponent's mentality, and then obviously they're going to bring a big fight to the field as well. But the biggest thing for us is continue to improve, continue to stay fundamentally sound, continue to play a much better brand of TOWSON lacrosse than what we have, knowing that we're going to be facing obviously very tough opponents along the way, regardless of the past and history and stuff like that.
Well, you can hear the Tigers take on these tough teams on TowsonTigers.com. Glenn Smith and I will be with you Tuesday night from Catonsville at 5:45, and then on Saturday at 11:45 from Johnny Unitas Stadium. Come on out to the U on Saturday afternoon to watch a great lacrosse game between TOWSON and Georgetown. So for the head coach of the Tigers, Shawn Nadelen, I'm Spiro Morekas. Thanks for tuning in to another edition of the Tiger Lacrosse Report, and as always, go Tigers.